Hello again. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. Luke 9:23. You know, if you know me, it's no surprise that while everybody else was memorizing John 3:16, I was memorizing Luke 9:23. And I want you to know, I don't see them contradicting each other at all. In fact, if you don't understand that verse in Luke, you don't understand where it says in John 3:16, those who believe. You see, there's a process, a long everyday process, an internal thing going on with those who believe, living in a state of contradiction between God's will and my will. What will it be? Right down to this very moment. Luke 9:23, deny yourself, take up your cross and follow him. The first part of that is deny yourself. You know, the sin nature in me wants my will to be right out front in everything I do. Wants my will to be the driving force in all my decisions. Me enacting what I want, me having things convenient for me. Yeah. Well, I've got to have that in mind with every choice I make. And that's not in choices like, not just in the big choices that we deal with, what house we're going to buy, but the little choices. Like in everyday conversation, when I'm talking to somebody, do I want to push forward my ego, or do I want to love? Because it's one or the other. What am I trying to enact in a conversation with somebody? Am I focusing on them? See, that's love. Am I seeking what they need? Or am I seeking to get what I need out of this conversation? And I find myself wanting to tell people things that they likely need to hear. But my motivation in telling them in that moment is to share something from me, to enact something of myself into their world. It's something I need to say, as opposed to this is what they need to hear. And I keep an eye on myself in that way. Kind of like a former drunk stays very aware of people around him who have a bottle of whiskey. Because that's temptation. And it's a very easy temptation for me to fall into, but it is temptation. I must first choose love, making the other person what is important in this conversation, and choosing to give them what they need, not what I need to hand to them to gratify me. And whenever I'm talking to somebody and I feel myself inclined toward, I have this and I want to share it with them, this is a good opportunity to share this with that person. It fits right into their situation, so it's kind of like a mask where I'm doing it for me under the pretense that it's for them. And you know what I do the minute I realize that I feel that internal pressure to say something from that motivation? I shut up.